Hey, what's going on guys? This is Kedar here. Thanks to the inflation, monthly social security checks are expected to see the biggest bump in the last 40 years. I mean, is that a good thing for social security benefits? Actually, there are three reasons why this record high cost of living adjustment increases could backfire on senior citizens. The primary goal of social security benefits is to keep the social security beneficiaries at the current rate of inflation so that they can keep up with the rising high inflation. But now the most important question remains. Even if we see 11.4% cost of living adjustment increases, which is record high since 1981, even after considering so much high cost of living adjustment, is $200 monthly social security raise enough for social security beneficiaries? I mean, just take that for a moment. If cost of living adjustments are going to increase on a such high figure, then what about the inflation? Is inflation gonna going to stay the same? Will that affect your tax brackets? Also, will this high cost of living adjustment figure, can it help you to keep pace with this rising high inflation? Also, let me be brutally honest with you. Do you even trust the CPIW figures, the primary data that they are taking in account to indicate the current inflation? Also, with this new bill, there could be a major change how the cost of living adjustment is calculated. Today in this video, we have got some really important data and figures, and for those people living on a fixed income, low income, social security retirees, senior citizens, social security benefits, keeping eye on to social security benefits is a very important thing, as it may finally result into a completely different financial trajectory that they are heading into. Today we have lots of details in this video, so before we start this video, make sure to check out other videos from our channel regarding other benefits, stimulus updates, and do subscribe to our channel with bell notification turn on. That will keep you up to date on latest stimulus update and all that. And with that being said, hit that like button and let's get right into the video. Now, in my last video, I touched upon some of the important points. How high will be the social security cost of living adjustment will be, and looks like it's clearly heading over to the 11.4%, and some analysts are predicting like 8.7 to 9% range cost of living adjustment could see. And let's say even if we take the conservative figure, that is 8.7% as predicted by the Senior Citizen League, as per their revised prediction, the average social security benefit most of the social security recipients are getting is like $1,657 per month, and with the 8.7% cost of living adjustment increase, they would expect an increase of about $144 a month. And well, $144 monthly in terms of yearly benefits equals to about $1,728 yearly social security benefit rise. I mean, even that kind of a higher increase, is that enough for you? Well, let's check out the actual truth. So the Social Security Administration recalculates the social security benefits annually in order to keep pace with the inflation. We all know that cost of living adjustment is based on the consumer price index for all urban wage earners and clerical workers for third quarter of the year, and we will see the actual announcement of the increases in the October, and these increases will actually go into effect with the December benefits, and they are going to ultimately paid out to the social security beneficiaries in the month of January payments following year. So definitely there is that lag period. Even after the benefits are released, you'll actually get these payments in your January social security payments. Now, speaking of the most important thing, now the 5.9% increase for the 2022 was announced in the October 2021 when the inflation was lower than these levels seen so far in the 2022. So therefore the CPIW has increased by about 9.8% in the past year, and looks like although the next year's cost of living adjustment won't be calculated until after the third quarter ends on September 30th, and according to the Senior Citizen League, they are using the inflation trends seen so far in the 2022, and according to their prediction, they are forecasting about 10.5% adjustment for the 2023. They think 10.5% is the accurate figure senior citizens should get, and that would put an extra $175 plus in their pockets of retirees. And this is based on the average benefit of current social security payments per month. However, if the inflation increases more than expected figures, this cost of living adjustment could reach as high as 11.4%. And if it stays cool at least somewhat, then the cost of living adjustment would be still hefty 9.8%. And now we come to the most important thing. Even after that kind of an increase, it may not be good news for all the social security beneficiaries. It may not be as good news as it may sound like for seniors. There are clearly few drawbacks to such a large cost of living adjustment increase. And speaking of the first major drawback is that higher cost of living adjustment increases could push some of the seniors into higher tax paying brackets. So seniors with additional income from interest, dividends, investments or earned income, well, they could have to pay taxes on their social security benefits for the first time. And therefore, seniors who are married and if they are filing jointly and they earn more than $44,000 a year, well, they could have to pay taxes on up to 85% of their benefits. This is according to the SSA. Definitely that will push some of these senior citizens into higher tax paying brackets. And those people who earn between $32,000 and $44,000, well, they may be taxed on up to 50% of their benefits. Also, the individuals earning $25,000 to $34,000, they may also see 50% of their benefits being taxed. Last but not the least, those making more than $34,000 could have to pay taxes on up to 85% of their social security benefits as well. I mean, that's a significant higher tax paying bracket senior citizens could enter into. And for those people who close to any of these lines, a large cost of living adjustment could push them over the edge, and unexpected tax bills can cause unnecessary stress for the seniors. Ultimately, individuals would not gain any additional income from the cost of living adjustment increase. This is a definite concern for some of the seniors, and that's where the second point is most important. So even with the double digit increase that we are probably going to see, well, this cost of living adjustment figures, those figures will only there to keep you pace with the inflation and not to make you rich. You may probably know that cost of living adjustments are designed to help the seniors to pay their bills in the face of rising prices, but if the inflation continues at its current pace, then the annual increases may not be clearly enough. And if anything, if the inflation goes beyond its trajectory, then it would only help the seniors to stay afloat amid rising prices. If the inflation goes beyond the current figures, then this cost of living adjustment doesn't mean anything to those senior citizens, because considering this amid rising prices, those additional cost of living adjustment money will be only enough to keep you pace with the inflation. Speaking of the third most important thing, well, this CPIW data may not be accurate indication of the seniors living on expenses. And you may know the CPIW is just one of the economic indicator to show whether the prices are increasing or decreasing. And when it comes to the senior expenses, well, clearly it may not be the best gauge to take account the inflation. Clearly, CPIW only includes the expenses paid by individuals who are working on hourly wages or clerical jobs, and includes gas prices in its calculations. And you know, since retirees don't work and they don't commute to work and some don't even drive at all, that means all of those numbers have very less relevance than it might be working for Americans. On the other hand, older adults facing rising medical bills and therefore such seniors spending double of what younger people do on their health cares, well, then these CPIW figures surely may not be accurate indication of the seniors living on these expenses. As speaking of the fourth most important point, well, this new bill could change how this cost of living adjustment will be calculated. Now, to compensate for those shortcomings we just discussed, Hawaii Senator Meiji Hirono recently reintroduced the Protecting and Preserving Social Security Act among the other things, and while this bill introduces some of the other ways to calculate the cost of living adjustment, and he suggested some of the other things through that cost of living adjustments are calculated more accurately to reflect the prices of the times that matter to the most seniors, including the food, housing and medical care. So instead of the CPIW figures, they will take in account other CPI parameters. They will take in account the CPIE. The CPIE is specifically designed for the elderly people. But as of right now, seniors may have to do their best to cope up with the record high increases that could mean increased taxes and ultimately less retirement income at the end of the day. So definitely from this point of time, social security beneficiaries, particularly seniors, have to plan ahead of the time for their finances, the possible shortcomings they might face in the futures in order to manage their finances properly. So what do you think about all this? Do let me know in the comments down below, and do check out our other videos regarding stimulus update, other benefits, statewide stimulus update and all that, and do subscribe to our channel with bell notification turn on. That will keep you posted on latest stimulus update. And thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Make sure to hit that like button guys, that really helps us a lot. And with that being said, this is Kedar from How To Guys signing out.